Hello and welcome back to another episode of Finklecast. On today's episode, I'm focusing all of my attention on Star Wars. Most of you know that this upcoming Friday, May 27th, the double episode release of Obi-Wan Kenobi series is coming out, and I am beyond excited. This is probably the most excited I have ever been for anything involving Star Wars. I am a huge Obi-Wan fan, and even though I'm not a huge Anakin fan, I think it is awesome that they're going to have Darth Vader and Obi-Wan in the same show. Now, even though the original trilogy is still my favorite of the Star Wars films, the prequels are still my second favorite, and I do enjoy them a lot, and Obi-Wan Kenobi from the prequels is my favorite Star Wars character. So I am excited to see what they're going to do with Obi-Wan. Now, that being said, I do have some fears. As we can see from the trailer, there is going to be the Inquisitorial Squad. There's going to be the Grand Inquisitor, and there's going to be the main Inquisitor that is Reva. It seems like she's going to be the focal point of the Inquisitors. I have nothing against her as an actor, as a character. I have nothing against it. All that they're going to try to focus more attention on Reva. The thing is, the show is called Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I feel like they're doing exactly what they did in the Boba Fett series. They focused 2 episodes on the Mandalorian. Now, I know the Mandalorian was already a created character, so it was okay that they brought him back, but the thing is, Reva is a new character, so what it seems like they're doing is they're opening up a door for her to have her own show, maybe? I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what their full plan is, but it seems like they're giving a really big opportunity to take away from what the show is supposed to be about, or what should be about. After reading many articles, it seems that they're going to be trying to form a story around her that consists of her being a youngling taken away from her family and trained as a Jedi, and her resenting the Jedi and the Jedi failing her as a Padawan, and then her resorting to the dark side. And they're trying to show that type of story about a Jedi becoming a Sith, basically, or an Inquisitor. And they're trying to do this as if like we haven't seen that already. We've seen that before. They're mimicking Revenge of the Sith. Anakin was a youngling. He was a Jedi, and he became the Sith. So now we're repeating it and mirroring what we've already seen. We don't need to see a new story like that because it's already happened, in my opinion. Now, I am all for new characters. If you want to show that story, that's fine. Do it in a separate show, because I'm sure they'll probably do flashbacks for her of what she experienced when she was in the Jedi Temple. And in all honesty, if they do it quick, and if she's telling Obi-Wan about her story and it takes about like 3 minutes, sure. But I can already see that they're probably going to take up a lot of time of the show focusing on her. I don't want to see anything about her that takes too long. I don't want to see anything about the Inquisitors. I don't want to see anything about Owen Lars. Anybody. I don't want to see anything about anybody that takes too long except Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. In this show, it takes 10 years after, so we're probably going to see Obi-Wan have some PTSD from Revenge of the Sith. Probably have nightmares about it. I want to see that little bit of a dark story. This is a dark time within Star Wars. I also want to see some flashbacks from Anakin and Obi-Wan in Revenge of the Sith. Have some flashbacks of their brotherhood, and then have maybe a scene where Darth Vader and Anakin is having flashbacks of Revenge of the Sith, and him having a battle on Mustafar with Obi-Wan or something. Maybe a scene with him in the Bacta tank. Something that only focuses on Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. And even though it's called the Obi-Wan show, if they show things with Darth Vader, that's part of Obi-Wan's story. And I guess you could say that Reva is going to become part of the story, and that's fine. If she is in the scenes with Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan is still in the scene, and she's part of the story, that's fine. I'm for that. But if they focus attention on just Reva or the Inquisitors or anybody else in the show, and Obi-Wan's not even in the scene, and it takes up a long period of the show, then that's really unnecessary. And now you're doing exactly what Boba Fett did, and that's why I think Boba Fett didn't do as good. I mean, you have 2 full episodes where the Mandalorian just took up the show. I love The Mandalorian. I absolutely do. But I wanted to see Boba Fett just kicking butt the whole show, and you kind of just put him in the back seat for 2 episodes of his own show. It was just kind of weird. Now, apart from that, I'm still really excited to see the show. Even if it sounds like I'm not, I'm very excited to see the show. And I'm just a little scared because I know sometimes they can ruin Star Wars. I mean, the sequels have proved that they can mess up Star Wars big time. So I'm just hoping that they keep on track and they make this a show to remember and one of the best Star Wars pieces of content that's out there. Now, even though the comics are, I guess, not considered full canon, I did read the Dark Lord of the Sith comics with Darth Vader, and they take place literally seconds after Revenge of the Sith and years after, and they're really cool to get a little taste of the Inquisitors and how Darth Vader became Darth Vader, how he got his first lightsaber as a Sith, and they're pretty cool stories. I would check them out before the show starts to get a little taste of what the Inquisitors are all about. I'm also definitely going to be watching the Revenge of the Sith movie Thursday night before the show comes out, so I can get into the vibe of the Obi-Wan series, and I'm just extremely excited for this. In other Star Wars news, it has been officially announced that the Ahsoka TV show is being created, and that is freaking awesome. I am so excited for that. I know that they are trying to bring Thrawn into the mix. I don't know what their full focus is going to be on this show. I know that there have been whispers that she is trying to hunt down Thrawn so she can find Ezra, but also Thrawn, I guess, has to be killed because he's not in the sequels. So I'm guessing she's probably trying to eliminate him so he's no longer the heir to the Empire, as the book is called. So I'm hoping that she does find Ezra. That'd be awesome. And hopefully we'll see something great with that. I mean, at the end of Star Wars Rebels, we did see Ezra take Thrawn into outer space and just make him disappear. We don't know where they went. Now, I have personally not read the Thrawn books. I don't know if they're going to be considered canon, so I don't know where Thrawn is, personally. But I hope that they bring a good person to play Thrawn. I know that Jason Isaacs, the person who plays Lucius Malfoy, is an option. I know the person who did the voice of Thrawn in the TV show is not an option anymore, so that kind of sucks. But I'm excited to see what happens. Now, along with the Obi-Wan Kenobi release this Friday, at the same time will be the Star Wars Celebration. And during that, they will be announcing all new Star Wars games, shows, and movies. So far, what we know that is coming out is a Jedi Fallen Order 2 game, Andor, Bad Batch 2, and Acolyte. Now, I haven't heard too much about Bad Batch 2. I have heard quite a bit about Andor. There are leaks that Obi-Wan might be in it, that Ahsoka might be in it, Darth Vader could also be in it, and Darth Sidious might be in it. So Andor could be a really cool show. That also takes place in between episodes 3 and 4. So that could also be awesome. A leak has also come out about the new Jedi Fallen Order game, and I don't know if it's true, but the name of the new game is possibly called Jedi Survivor, and if so, that's a pretty wicked name. I loved the first game, and I'm really excited to see what's going to happen in this one. There were also rumors that Cal Kestis is possibly in the Kenobi show. If so, I will lose my crap. I think Cal Kestis is a really cool character, and if they brought him into the live action scene, that'd be awesome. And as far as the Acolyte TV show, I haven't heard too much. I did see an article that said that it will be taking place 100 years before the Phantom Menace in the High Republic age. So that's really cool. I think they need to separate themselves completely away from the Skywalker saga. I think they can do great stuff within it still. I think there's still areas within the saga that are still left, unmarked. But I think they need to go somewhere else. either way into the future or way in the past. I mean, there's the Old Republic stage, the High Republic stage, so there's a lot of stuff they can do that doesn't revolve around the Skywalker saga. Well, that is a wrap for today's episode. I will catch you guys next week. I know this episode was a little longer, but there was a lot to talk about with the Star Wars universe, and I really wanted to get into it. But next week will be a little bit about Star Wars and the first 2 episodes of the Kenobi series. Also, I'll probably go over a couple things of what's coming out, what's announced at the Star Wars Celebration, so I might talk about that. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe and leave down in the comments what you think should happen in the Kenobi show and what your thoughts are, and I will catch you on the next Finklecast.